been Army teams that have won more games. There have been Army teams that have scored more points. But no Army team has ever fought harder.
And they block it!
None has dug deeper to bring pride to the core.
I got three, switch. Big play. Driving, complete, touchdown, Army!
Drops back, wins as he gets back there, and will get tagged inside the 5.
None has given more in pursuit of victory.
Hands it.
Sutton's 1994 Army football team faced a major challenge. From the very first minute of the first game, they were hit with crippling injuries. In all, 16 players missed the equivalent of nearly 90 games, and yet this team fought on. They didn't worry about who would not play, but focused instead on who would play. Young men stepped up and became part of a team. Together, they worked to defuse landmines that blocked their path to victory.
I think this team, more so than anything else, taught us that we have to respond to adversity.
We had a couple setbacks, injuries, things like that, but we stuck together as a team.
This team really, it stayed together and it stayed focused on what it had to do.
Optimism was high as the Black Knights initiated the 105th year of West Point football. However, those sunny skies soon turned gray when on the 6th play of the new season, senior quarterback Rick Roper was injured and would not play again all year. Mike McCovick took the controls, and against Holy Cross, Army's offense never skipped a beat.
Jolly wide to one side, McCovick keeps end around with Jolly, from the left to the right, he's at the 30, 35, 20, 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown! Jolly from the far left side, all the way down the sideline, a big first down and touchdown for the Cadets.
It was just a feeling I never felt before, and I just want to do it again, and I want to do it again.
Jolly would get a chance to do it again. But first, it was Kevin Vaughn's turn.
One long running back, that's King. They pitch back to Vaughn outside. He's at the 40, 45, 50, down to the 45, into the 40-yard line, 35, 30, 25, 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown, Kevin Vaughn! What a run, 40, 60 yards for a touchdown.
The defense fed off the momentum of the offense. They sacked the Crusader quarterback 6 times. They held Holy Cross to just 79 yards on the ground. They intercepted 3 passes, and, most importantly, they kept Holy Cross out of the end zone. This team was as hot as the early September weather.
McCovick goes back, rolls, sets up, looks to throw, Jolly! Quarterback McCovick barks signals, rolls out to the right side, looks in the end zone, got a man there! Touchdown at Mikey!
It was party time at Mikey. The Cadets would finish with 442 yards total offense, and the special teams also joined the fun.
There's the snap, it's low again! It's blocked by Army! And it's going to be picked up by Jolly at the 50, 10, 5, touchdown!
And it just fell into my hands. And I looked around, to my right and to my left just to see, who was closest to me. And there was nobody around except for Army players. So we just hit it for the end zone together.
Army's offense, defense, and special teams had looked awesome, but they would have adjustments to make all season long.
We got our first landmine there 6 plays into the season when we lost Rick Roper, our starting quarterback for the year. We decided we were going to alternate Rick and Mike McCovic as a way of rotation, and so that system went out after 6 plays, and Mike, of course, took over and did a great job in the opening game directing our offense.
At Duke, the injury cloud continued to hover over the Cadets. Quarterback McCovic went down with an ankle in the game's early moments. Still healthy, Achille King rambled for 136 yards, but the Cadets suffered their first loss of the season. Against Temple, sophomore Ronnie Makeda became the Black Knights' 4th quarterback in 3 games to engineer the Army wishbone attack. The Cadets rushed for 274 yards, and as the option flowed, it was poetry in motion, allowing Abel Young a free flight to the end zone. Makeda was showing the poise of a veteran.
Makeda on an audible at the line. Looks to go to Ross inside. Fakes, follows him at the 45, 40, outside at the 30, down to the 25, 20, 50. Makeda sets down with confidence at the 3. Fakes over the top, throws in the end zone. Touchdown to Lashinsky!
Makeda led the Cadets to 3 touchdowns, but it wasn't enough as Temple pulled out a late victory. At Wake Forest, the Cadets' nationally ranked ground game added 374 yards. Ross, Makeda, Vaughn, and Young all stepped up their game with Achille King sideline, but the result was a frustrating 6-point setback. At the Meadowlands against Rutgers, Army played possession football and didn't turn the ball over once. The Cadets executed 2 classic wishbone drives, both resulting in touchdowns. One that covered 70 yards in 18 plays. The other for 93 yards in 21 plays. On defense, they held a team that had gained 500 yards on Penn State a week earlier to just a pair of touchdowns. However, Army took its 3rd straight setback, and the total difference was just 11 points. As Army stood together as a team, their coach had said, "We can absorb the loss. We just can't allow ourselves to accept it." Could Army regroup and turn this season around?
I think our team, and really through the leadership of our seniors, did have the ability to keep their focus and maintain their level of enthusiasm and intensity, not only for the game day, which is easier, but I think in their preparation. And we were closer to our full strength, again, from a health standpoint, and we just had an outstanding performance against, at that time, a very good football team, which Louisville was.
On their first possession, Army showed it meant business. Kurt Heiss had kicked the first field goal of his West Point career, and when the Cadets drove downfield on their next possession, he connected again. Army's defense stopped this team that had upset undefeated North Carolina State a week earlier. Number 45, Pat Work, and number 83, Al Roberts, led the charge. Senior Joe Ross would run for more than 100 yards on one of the biggest days of his career. In only his 3rd start at quarterback, Makeda was the heart and soul of an Army offense that surged to 23 points. But Louisville fired back and scored twice to take a 6-point lead midway through the final period. Desperately, Army needed a clutch touchdown to win.
and gives to King. King, no. Makeda keeps, gets across the 32-yard line. First down. Makeda goes back, looks to throw, has a man right here, wide open. That's King. 40, 45, 50, down to the 47-yard line. Achille King. 3rd and 5, man in motion to this side. Fake to Ross. Makeda keeps, switches back to Vaughn. He's at the 20, 15, inside at the 10, down to the 8. They go back into the traditional wishbone. Lashinsky to the right. Makeda comes back, looks to throw in the end zone. He's going to get hit. Throws it. Complete. Touchdown, Army. Who was it? Ross out of the backfield. Where did he come from?
And I got into the line of scrimmage, and I'm supposed to pause there, and it was real congested, and I was worried I wouldn't be able to was going to get out in time for Ronnie to throw me the ball. And all I saw was him going to get tackled. And all I was thinking was, please throw it. And finally I saw him basically shot put the ball to me, and I just caught it, and I wanted to get into the end zone.
Oh my, we've got a tie ball game. Going for the extra point now, Kurt Heist. It's down, it's up, it's good! Army out in front, 30-29.
And that's how it ended. Army had courageously fought back and found a way to win.
It gave us momentum to keep pushing hard and play hard and not to give up. And that's one thing our team never did this year, was give up. And we always had faith in one another to come out and give it 100%.
Against the Citadel, that 100% effort again brought results. Controlling the skies, Army passed for 257 yards, the most by any West Point team since switching to the wishbone in 1984. It was the 11th highest single-game passing performance ever by an Army quarterback. Sophomore Ronnie Makeda teamed with receivers Jolly, Thomas, and Lashinsky. Lashinsky's 5 catches included a touchdown and a vital 2-point conversion. But late in the battle, Army would need one more heroic effort to pull out victory. When the defense shut down the Citadel in the game's final 11 minutes, it gave the offense time for another dramatic game-winning drive.
We had less than 2 minutes to go, and at that time, I think we had 1 timeout to start the drive, and we needed some guys to step up and make some great plays. Don DeJolly had 3 great catches.
Looking for a receiver, got a man open, complete at midfield. That's Jolly. Took a deep cut, it goes down at the 45, and plenty of protection. Throws complete down at the 46-yard line for Jolly. Plenty of time again. Makeda rolls, gets away, looks to throw. Man open, Jolly at the 32-yard line.
The last play of the drive when Makeda got the ball to Ron Thomas down the sidelines, and we got it down there to the 6-yard line and set up Kurt Heist's game-winning field goal.
All right, it's down to the final play of the game. This will be it. J.R. West will snap. Klein will hold. It's down. It's up. It's loaded.
To do. It seemed like everybody had it set in their minds and said, well, we got to get down here in school. And by each person just believing that and just executing, and everything just happened.
For the 2nd week in a row, Army had miraculously come from behind in the final minutes to win. Their never-give-up spirit was instrumental in their pursuit of victory. Following a setback to Boston College, Army fought Air Force to a virtual standoff in this traditional intra-service rivalry. Each team scored a single touchdown. Army's coming after Steve Carpenter's long run set up a Makovic to Lashinsky pass. And Army Army's defense was a stone wall against the Air Force wishbone. In spite of a 10-6 final, Bob Sutton had praise for his improving defense. A group that never failed to come at you 100%.
I think we played our best defensive football games against the two academies, and I think that we can look back and defensively we can say, hey, you know, when it was time to play, we showed up.
Just get in the huddle, catch your breath.
Sometimes a wild man, linebacker Pat Work was the leader of this 1994 Army defense.
Over wax deep, ready? Big play, big play. I got three, switch. All right, hey, make it happen now. Big play.
Joining Pat Work at linebacker were Al Roberts, Eric Oliver, and Ben Kotwika. Inside, the big stoppers were Adrian Kalam, John Kerr, and Colin Kearns. Sharing time in the secondary were Jim Cantaloupe, James Chung, Derek Klein, Ray Thomasitz, Garland Gay, Mark Keels, and Abby Muhammad. Together, a defense that pursued victory. Prepared to lead Army into its second season, the Navy game.
ABC Sports welcomes you to one of the great rivalries in all of sport. CFA football. It's Army and Navy.
Playing Navy is what your whole season is built upon.
All the Army in general expecting you to win. If all the Navy expect the Navy to win. So that's just bills and bills and bills.
It's not only just a big game for us as a team, but for the Corps and for our fans in the Army, in the nation and worldwide.
Yes, worldwide. Army-Navy. A rivalry second to none in all of college football. Only 3 points had separated these two service academies over the past 2 games. Now, looking for their third consecutive victory over Navy, Army's proud seniors were prepared to once again lead their team into war. Saturday in Philadelphia, Bob Sutton's offense exploded into Navy.
And they run Ross straight ahead. Huge hole in the middle. Midfield, 40-yard line. Down to the 36-yard line on the first play of the game. Makeda bringing it down the line is going to hang on and run for the first down. Makeda out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So the early story here, Navy misses a field goal attempt, and Army makes one.
On their next possession, Makeda's alert running off a busted play propelled Army inside the Navy 20. And once in the red zone, Army scored an amazing 90% of the time.
Ross to the goal, touchdown Army.
It was then that Army's defense dug in and smothered Navy's attack.
We knew that they had a good passing game, so
in order to shut their offense down, we need to first stop the run and force them to pass.
Stop the run they did, limiting Navy to just 68 yards on the ground. And when the Middies tried to pass, their luck did not improve. 4 sacks by Army's hard-charging defenders and 3 interceptions in the secondary proved the Cadets' game plan a success. Army's ground game would rush for 373 yards. And Makeda's second-half sprint set up a crucial touchdown when Kevin Vaughn stretched the ball into the end zone.
I reached the ball over the goal line, so I wasn't sure if I got in. And I looked to my left, and the ref didn't have his hands up. So I looked over my right shoulder, and the other referee had his hands up. So then I just kind of exploded.
And Cadets everywhere joined the explosion. But late in the third period, like all recent Army-Navy games, this one was still waiting to be won.
QBX straight back in zone. Picked off at the 1-yard line. Derek Klein saves Army with the interception on the goal line.
Trailing by a point in this tense battle, the Black Knights initiated a fourth-period drive. Army's huge offensive line of Josh Freeman, Joel Davis, Ed Stover, Gavin Lawrence, and Bill Blair helped the Cadets fight into position to claim the lead. 6 1/2 minutes remain as Kurt Heiss lined up one of the most important field goals in West Point history.
J.R. West, my snapper, he's the only one that came up to me before the kick and said, just like practice, because I have made long shots like that in practice pretty consistently.
Hits it. Curving in. Good. A 52-yarder for Heiss.
I felt like I just wanted to run for days or something because I was so excited, and I felt like I was just about to explode. Whether it's 52 yards or 12 yards, being able to do something like that for your team is just something that's very memorable.
Army led 22-20, but this game was not over. The Cadets' courageous defense halted Navy on 3 tries, and Army's 12th man savored every play. Army's offense then held the ball for the game's final 4 minutes and 42 seconds. So dominant was the wishbone that it ran 25 more plays than Navy and maintained possession 15 minutes longer than Navy. When it was over, Bob Sutton's team had become only the 6th squad in West Point history to win 3 straight over Navy.
When you go into the Army, people are going to remember you for this. They're going to know that you beat Navy 3 years in a row.
I think the biggest strength of this team was unity.
We stuck together through thick and thin, and that's what made us a team.
We played our best football game against Navy.
From the Pentagon to one of Army's Heisman Trophy winners, the Cadets' locker room was a scene of triumph and pride.
What I liked about you all did today, you just kept coming back. No matter what they threw at you, you kept coming back, kept your poise, kept your belief, kept your confidence. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be a great thing for you in your lives.
The thing you'll be remembered as is a team of guts and determination and belief. And God knows, man, I mean, we have taken on some huge things this year. Adversities, landmines, whatever you want to call them. But I give you one hell of a lot of credit. We're staying the course, staying together as a team. We came in here with one deal. One team, one moment, one memory, and now we got it.
This 1994 Army football team reflected the winning character of each of its players. They continued their dominance over Navy. They finished among the top 10 rushing teams in college football for the 11th straight season. And they epitomized the fighting back spirit of the long gray line. 1995 will have its traditional battles with rivals Air Force and Navy for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. Next season also brings 4 bowl teams to Army's schedule: East Carolina, Duke, Boston College, and Notre Dame. The 1995 Black Knights will show the college football world they are ready for all challenges as Army football continues its pursuit of victory.